All right, making a pinhead front sight. I think there's been some confusion on this. Had a couple guys contact me about it. It's actually very simple. I'll whip one up here, won't take no time at all, and you'll kind of get the gist of it. All right, what I've got is a section of barrel here that I'll use as a mock-up. You just need a little drill. And what I've done, I'm going to drill a hole in this. Nothing major. Now, I've got this straight pin. You can get them from Jo-Ann Fabrics anywhere. And if you'll see what I do on that, I nip it about to the size I think I'm going to, the height I'm going to need, and then I form a little bit of a end on it out of a little pair of needle nose. And what that'll do, that way I don't have just a straight pin in there, and when I put that in there, it gives the glue something to bite to. Now, all I'm going to use is JB Weld. I've already mixed it up. I'm just going to put a little bit in that hole right there. And then, just going to stick this pin head down in it. Like that. Now, what you want to do when you first get it in there is get it in there as straight as you can. Just kind of eyeball it. JB Weld is so thick, it'll kind of grab a hold of it. And I always put a little more in there because you create just a little bit of a void there when you push the pin in there. Now, it takes, this is the slow setting JB Weld. I don't trust any of the quick set epoxies. This is the slow set stuff. And so you might have to come back in an hour or something like that and kind of make sure it's still straight. Just come up and if you have to, tweak it a little bit. Okay, now the epoxy has set up, and you can see I took a black Sharpie and I painted that white head of that pin black. The Sharpie does have a little bit of gloss to it. Actually, what I like to use, if I've got it on hand, I've usually got some charcoal gray body primer, the dark charcoal gray. And I just put a little sprit of it on there because it's a flatter color and it won't reflect light off of it. A little softer look, so to speak. But that's all there is really to the pinhead sight. And you can see from that, you have to kind of judge what you need in length and everything. But if you do have some adjustment on that, you can bend it down to raise the point of impact of your ball. If you want to start out by making one kind of extra tall, that gives you some wiggle room up and down to get your balls printing where you want to on your spotter. Most guys like to have them print at the bottom, but you can go bottom or top. It's kind of nice to have it at the bottom where it's out of the view of your eye when you're actually sighting your next shot. But that's all there is to that. As I mentioned earlier in the videos, I generally JB Weld the front and rear sight bases to the barrel. I find in the beginning of a new gun, you may not be exactly where you want to be on that. You can take the torch and warm it up just a little bit, tap it with a hammer to fall right off. If you do JB Weld these things to the barrel, you want to make sure where you're doing it, it's bare metal on the base and the barrel. And then I'll take a very rough woodworking rasp I have, and I'll raise some teeth on both surfaces, or I'll take my engraving tools and raise teeth on both surfaces. That gives the JB Weld a little something to bite to. But anyway, it's kind of a nice way to do it. You don't have to cut a dovetail doing that. And honestly, I've never ever had one pop off at a shoot, on the way to the shoot, haul it in the back of the truck, wherever. Pretty good stuff. So anyway, for those that have been asking, that's how you make that front pin head sight. You can get those pins at Jo-Ann Fabrics or anywhere. Those are generally, the one I'm using right now generally measure around 93 thousandths. I always, though, go through the whole box with a set of dial calipers, and I will sort out the small ones and you'll find as much as 5,000 variants in a box of those pins. So if you need a really small head, you can find those. If you need a bigger head, you'll find those too. I don't know that anybody would ever need one this big, but then you can get way up in here, and those are better than 1/8 of an inch or 125,000. So it's just whatever your eyes need for you to see properly at these shoots. All right, guys, that's how you make a front pin head sight. Till the next time.